Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Sundays in Chef Charlie's kitchen. How's everybody tonight? Hey, y'all see I'm rocking my Saints, my New Orleans Saints shirt. We have a game tonight, actually in a few minutes. So I'm gonna hurry up and get dinner out of the way, so that I can focus, and I can help them win. All right, I rocked my my shirt to church today too. I was like all day is who that energy, and rocking my shirt all day to me was like who that, and it's clearly answering we that. Yes, y'all, I am from Georgia, and yes, I am a Saints fan. Okay, now that we got that out the way, all right. We playing the Dallas Cowboys tonight at 7 o'clock, 7:20, I think. So that's super exciting. So that's starting in a minute. So I want to get dinner ready. So it's some super, quick and simple and not too many elements to it. We're going to have fried pork chop today. Obviously, I'm going to give it a Chef Charlie spin, because what will pork chop be without a Chef Charlie spin? Okay? So, go ahead and take this time to like this video, subscribe to this channel, comment after you watch, questions, and whatever else you desire to do. Please, by all means, do that. Click the button. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna have fried pork chop. I already have 2 potatoes in the oven for myself and for Cooper. So we're going to have fried pork chop, a couple of baked potatoes, classically dressed with sour cream and salted butter. It's usually not dressed with salted butter, but I use salted butter, and then I just use fresh cracked pepper to balance it out. And speaking of which, I need to go ahead and add some fresh cracked pepper to my seasoned flour. This is what we're going to put the pork chops in while our oil is warming up in the pan. We're also going to have broccoli. I'm going to do, I did a post on Instagram. I posted some crunchy sauteed broccoli. So it's like garlicky and yummy and crispy and tender. It's really good, how I like to make my broccoli. So I'm excited to share that as well with you guys. So I'm just gonna add a little pepper to that. This oil is a combination of canola oil and olive oil that we're frying in. I've already seasoned my flour. I seasoned my flour with a lot of stuff. Salt and pepper, obviously. I got some chili powder in here, a little bit of curry powder, garlic, onion, lemon pepper. So I'm going to be excited to get that. A little bit of dry basil. I put a little Veggie Magic in here because I also use it for other stuff other than vegetables, obviously. Y'all, so can y'all see the flour? It's this is also whole wheat flour. Y'all, this is not regular enriched white flour. This is whole wheat flour. I have already tested this recipe with whole wheat flour before I ever bought it to y'all, and it's delicious. At first I was just like, what would be the point of using whole wheat flour? Doesn't it kind of like, I don't know, because whole wheat flour is more recognized for, health and fiber and everything like that. And then fried foods are the exact opposite. Most people who are trying to be healthy don't really fry their foods. And y'all, I don't eat a lot of fried foods. But I am in the mood for a fried pork chop tonight. Plus it's quick. The package of pork chops that I get is small, since it's just me and Coop. So thaw it out really fast and just throw it in and throw it out. I told y'all, today is the Saints game, so I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to get dinner out of the way. So this was definitely something simple that I wanted to throw together, but I was also in the mood for some fried pork chop. Oftentimes when I eat something that's either really good, it's either one or two things. If I eat somebody's food that's really, really good, it inspires me and I want to try to recreate it, or something that, is similar, just because I'm inspired and I just want to, try out my own chef chops on if I can make that dish, how I can make it better, or how I can make it better for me. And then there's times when I eat food and it's not, the potential in the dish is not met. I'll say that. Not that it's not bad, but like, say if you got some macaroni and cheese and you got some really great ingredients, but you didn't use those ingredients to their highest potential, in my own opinion. You know, I'd be like, dang, I want to try this and try to push this as far as it can go in whatever direction I'm thinking at the time. So if I have either one of those experiences, I will come home and try and do it. So I recently had a pork chop and it was dry, and I don't remember where it was from. It wasn't a particular person. It was probably like, maybe it was like a little deli or something, from one of the delis or something around the neighborhood. It wasn't like I went to somebody's house or somebody personally made me something that I didn't like. But anyway, I tasted the pork chop. It was really dry, and I was like, dang, plus you know, and I had set my mouth, the flavor in my mouth for it. My oil is getting hot, so let me go ahead and put my first pork chop in. Ooh, okay. So these pork chops are already thawed. This is the center cut pork loin pork chop. So I like it because of the bones. The bones are my favorite part. Okay, this part gets really juicy and yummy when it's fried up really good. So let's go ahead and put that in there. I douse these with hot sauce and Worcestershire sauce. That's what's on it right now. It's just a plain thawed pork chop with hot sauce and Worcestershire sauce doused on it. Not in super excess, but I just did that, you know, for flavor obviously, but just to wet it enough to keep the breading on. Ooh, and it's coating really good. See, that was what I was hoping for, a good, nice little coat, like a full coverage type of situation. You know, and I'm even, you know, hit it up right here on the side. See that bone right there? I'm just going to pat it around, make sure it get all up in there. Okay, full coverage of the whole chop. But anyway, y'all, so I don't remember what I was saying. But see, look, full coverage, y'all. All right, all over, all around, back and front, full coverage, no open spots. You know, because people's like, oh yeah, if it, you know, flouring something, fried food is really kind of like a coat of protection over it from the grease. But if you have all of these open punctured holes in there and stuff, that's when your stuff be all too greasy and stuff. So that's why I'm talking full coverage. Okay, boom, put it in there. Ooh, that was pretty. Did y'all hear that? It was so nice. It wasn't too crazy. It was like, shh. That's good. I turned it down for that reason, so it wouldn't like go crazy when I put it in there. Because I realized that my grease was already hot enough. It already reached temp. So there's no need for me to keep it on high. So I turned it down. And see how it still gave me that good searing sound that lets you know, man, a cold pork chop or a wet pork chop just hit some hot grease. That's the sound you wanna get, but you don't want your pot to be like, you know, you throwing the pork chop in there and running away and stuff because your grease is too hot and you had it on too long. That's not the scenario we're looking for. Okay, we want a nice hot up to temp oil that you're frying in without it being like so hot and you know, letting your grease stay on too long or turning on your grease too soon before you're ready, you know. And then I know everybody done had those experiences where you know the grease is hot, so you playing double dutch with the pan and you got the pork chop in your hand like, oh god, the chicken, you drop it and then you run because the grease is going everywhere. All right, that's not what we, you know, that's not the vibe in Chef Charlie's kitchen. All right, so we control our heat and our temperature, and that's how we get good food. All right, y'all, so I don't remember what I was saying, but I'm gonna say this. When I tested the whole wheat flour the first time off camera before I bought this recipe to y'all, I was a little bit kind of like, I don't know how this is gonna work. But when I was eating it, I forgot it. I had to remember like how flavorful whole wheat flour is, like, because I switched from white bread years ago, a long time ago, to wheat bread. And that was like really one of the first healthy switches that I made in my life, and I stuck to it. But one of the reasons why I stuck to whole wheat bread is because it tastes good, like it has flavor. And then when I had eaten white bread after that, you know, because you know, you go to a cookout or barbecue and they don't necessarily have whole wheat buns or whatever. So, you know, here and there, every now and then I will have white bread, depending on where I am and whatever like that. But I don't eat it as a lifestyle. But when I have eaten it, it tastes like nothing. It tastes like what is this that I'm eating? It tastes like nothing, absolutely nothing. And I was like, yeah, now I'll stick with whole wheat bread. It just has a good, wholesome, deep flavor that white bread does not offer in any way. Y'all, it's hot up in here. Let me get me a nap. I know y'all see my face glistening. Woo! Hat, baby. I gotta open up this door in a minute. But anyway, so, you know, I said all that to say that whole wheat flour was a good choice. Now, it won't get as crispy as white flour will because it's heavier. It has more because it's not stripped from the whole grain. It's not stripped like white flour is. So white flour is a lot lighter than whole wheat flour, so it won't get as crispy. But it will still be very flavorful, and it will get crispy, just not as crispy, which I feel is an even sacrifice for the flavor that you get in return. It just adds a whole different type of vibe to your chop. Yeah, whole wheat flour. So I didn't buy the flour to fry in. Originally I bought the flour to see if I can make a whole wheat cornbread, which I believe I did a video on it, or maybe I made a post about the whole wheat cornbread. But I made whole wheat cornbread from scratch because I love cornbread so much. But I know that Jif is always, is it Jif or Jiffy? Jiffy is always like my favorite cornbread to use, and it uses white flour and sugar, like white sugar. So I was like, I don't want to give up cornbread. Okay. I don't want to give up cornbread for this healthy life. I want to still find a way to do cornbread. So I made cornbread from scratch with whole wheat flour. It came out really good. It definitely does not taste like my favorite Jif cornbread from out the blue box. But, I mean, it was good, you know, and I'll make it again. I used cream cheese. It was, you know, I did a little something to buzz it up, put a little cream cheese and honey, and, you know, made it popping with some extra butter. So it was good. It was good. So that's why I had the whole wheat flour, and so that's why I decided to use it. I still have a whole container of white flour that has just kind of been in my house because I haven't been using a lot of flour or frying a lot of stuff. Carbs and all that, watching carbs and everything, so it is still there. So I had the option to use white flour, but I chose this because when I did it the other day, it came out good. It was really good. So I'm happy with it. Anyway, let's flip this. Ooh, y'all see that? Ooh. I actually want to use my tongs and I don't want to splash my oil. I don't fry in a lot of oil, y'all. Like, you know, most people will fry. Look at how that looks, y'all. Beautiful. It adds to the color and everything. But I don't fry in a lot of oil. A lot of people will have their pan almost full and bubbling up over, you know. I fry in a very thin layer of oil, and it's not covering my whole pork chop. It's covering one side. That's the art of the flip, okay? You cook it to a certain, you know, to the oil level on one side, and then you turn it over so that you finish cooking on the other side. So this looks really good. It smells amazing in here, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up the broccoli. Because I'm going to steam it first. I'm going to steam the broccoli first, and then I'm going to add it to my pan with some garlic and everything like that. So, first let me get mine. And nothing better against the palm. First, let me get my my setup for it to pull my pork chop out of my pan. Because I don't have that together yet. Put a little paper towel down on the plate. Y'all know Well, I'm good for using cereal boxes, but I don't have one. Oh, hold on. Hold up. I'm good for using cereal boxes to grab my stuff out of here, but I don't have that. But I got this. I got a club box, a club cracker box. So, this is really my go-to thing. Because it's already going in the trash, and it soaks up oil really good, just like a brown paper bag does. So, I turn it on the brown side, and I go to work. Alright, so I got my setup ready to go. So now I'm about to go ahead and get my other pork chop in here and get it coated and get it ready to go because it's almost time to go. Alright. You know what? Let's get both of them in here. Let's get them both in there. Okay. Alright. Now I'm ready to pull my pork chop out, y'all. Y'all, look at this. Woo! Y'all, okay? That looks amazing. So let's go. Alright, let's do this. Okay, maybe I can't do two at a time. I was trying to be clever there, but it's only gonna waste my stuff. So one at a time will do. Alright, just get it on there. Like I said, a nice even coat. You know, make sure you cover everything, fully covered. Alright. And while my potatoes are steady baking away in the oven, now I'm starting to fry my pork chop. And another beautiful landing into that nice, perfectly temperature pan. Y'all, yeah, you ain't supposed to leave your fire like going so high while you transitioning from one pork chop to the next. Because you don't want your oil to start burning and, you know. I know y'all have had the experience where y'all start off frying some chicken and it start off real nice and light brown and pretty. And by the time you get to the last piece of chicken, it's all dark. Your oil is starting to burn and your chicken is starting to burn, but you know, and that's just a temperature issue, y'all. So you gotta kind of control your temperature in your pan between taking one pork chop out and putting one in. Alright, so let's grab this last one. Okay. So it's okay. It's alright to just, you know, adjust your temperature throughout. Because medium-high heat on a pan with a chop in there is different from medium-high heat with nothing in there. And then it's just cooking your grease and burning your grease. So work with your temperature. Turn it down in between if you got to stop and season or stop it in bread. Like, you know, if you got to just take the whole pan off the fire, that's okay too. You know, to protect. Just until you can, you know, control your heat a little better. And all of your pork chops will come looking out the same. They won't be like one darker than the other because the grease was burnt by the time you got to this one. You know, and this one ain't done in the middle because, you know, you was trying to hurry to get it up out the grease because the outside was burning before the inside was cooking. Come on, somebody. I know I ain't lying. I'm preaching to the choir, though. Yeah. Anyway, y'all. This is a 20-minute video. So, I'm going to bounce up out of here, you know. I'm going to let these pork chops fry, and then when I see y'all again, the next voice y'all hear will be Chef Charlie's voice, but I'll be done with this meal. You hear me? Pork chop will be completely fried and ready to go. We'll have some fried broccoli, some crispy garlic broccoli to go with our potatoes. We're going to dress them. It's going to be a great time. You're going to taste them, and y'all might see me watching the game because it's actually going to start in a few more minutes. So, we got that second one braided. But yeah, I just wanted to come let y'all know what's up. Sundays in Chef Charlie Kitchen. Saints game Sunday. And it's a home game. Ooh, it's got pop. And it's a home game. So, let me say this. I said that to say it's a home game. So y'all know the city lit. I'm in my house, so I can't see them. But I know they out there. They lit. They ready. Anytime it's a game in the city, it's a home game. New Orleans is always just crazy, out of control. Anyway, so this is Chef Charlie signing out. Y'all like my hair wrap? Yeah, on Sundays. Well, not, you know, on the weekends mostly I like to wrap my hair up and stuff, you know. Have my little Badu vibes going on. I don't know how many times I get called Erykah Badu in this thing, but y'all like it, yeah? It's cute, huh? It's cute, huh? All right. I'm going to check y'all later. Chef Charlie signing out. Chef Charlie's Kitchen. Deuce.